Good morning, friends. How are you? Hope all of you are safe, happy, and healthy also. Dear friends, myself Dr. Jayashri Teli welcome all of you in TYBA Special English Drama Virtual Video Class. Dear friends, in last video I completed plot of Hamlet and from today I am going to discuss act and scene wise summary of Hamlet. The present act and scene wise summary of Hamlet I will complete in three videos. Act first and act second, the first video. Act third is the second video, and act 4 and 5th is last will be last video. Okay, so friends, let's start. Act first, scene first. The tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. It is the real name of the Hamlet drama Hamlet. So friends, all of you know Hamlet is written by William Shakespeare and it is one of the great tragedy of Shakespeare. So let's start with act first, scene first. Moculus and Bernardo have seen a ghost on the castle battlements for the past 2 nights. Horatio comes there to investigate and Moculus informs the other guards that Horatio has said that ghost is only their fantasy. There is not any belief or he had no belief on the him. Suddenly, Horatio and Merculus and his friends or the other guards sees the apparition appears like looking exactly like old Hamlet, the dead king of Denmark. The ghost of the king is dressed in his battle armor, and Horatio explains to other guards how the ambitious Frontibars tried to conquer Denmark, but the king of Frontibar was killed by the old Hamlet, means senior Hamlet, means father of Prince Hamlet, and that's why he was a very great person. We see this in scene first, and then in scene said here ends the scene first, and scene second is in the court of Elsinore or the Denmark. Elsinore is the name of the palace. Scene first is on the rampart of the Elsinore, and scene second in the it is in the court of Denmark. Here, King Claudius addresses the court and talks about the sad death of his brother, old Hamlet. He then toasts his marriage to his brother's wife Gertrude, saying, with mirth in funeral and with dog in marriage. In equal scale, weighing delight and dole, and he has taken to wife sometime his sister, means Gertrude is before some time his sister-in-law, but now he married with her. He then continued to address the political problems by talking about Prince Frantibas of Norway. Claudius gives Laureate's permission. Laurate is the son of Polonius and he studied in France, and that's why he permits him to return to his studies in France, having celebrated the coronation of the king and queen. Here Gertrude and Claudius married, and there is the celebration of the coronation. Coronation means Rajyabhisek, And Gertrude had Claudius then speak to Hamlet. Gertrude and Claudius speak to Hamlet and urge him to stop his grieving for his father. Claudius says that he is very subordinate, stubbornness, and that's why it is not a good thing, and he should stop his grieving for his father. He also interrupts and said that he should return to his study. And here ends the act first, scene second. Act first, scene 3, we see that it is in the Polonius' house, and before Laertes returns to France, Polonius gives him some fatherly advice for his studies and how to live in abroad or such other things. Then Laertes encourages his sister Ophelia that not to take Hamlet's wooing seriously, because Laertes does not like the love between Hamlet and Ophelia, because there is no guarantee or Hamlet may be untruthful person according to him. And not only Laertes but Polonius, means Ophelia's father, he also tells Ophelia to stay away from Hamlet. Here ends scene third, and again we go ahead with act first and scene 4. Hamlet meets Horatio at night to try and see the ghost for himself. The apparition appears and Hamlet says that angels and ministers of grace depend us. Be thou a spirit of health or the glowing diamond, the ghost beckons Hamlet to follow him. Means in scene 4 we see that there is the meeting between ghost and Hamlet, but Hamlet is not ready to trust the ghost. That's why the ghost said him to follow him. Then he will say something to him away from other people. And in scene 5th, the ghost tells Hamlet how he was murdered by his brother Claudius. He reveals that Claudius poured poison in his ear while he was asleep and managed to seduce Gertrude. He instructs Hamlet to revenge his foul and most unnatural murder. Here, Ghost instruct Hamlet to take revenge of Claudius, who murdered him, and it is very unnatural murder. The ghost disappears, and when Hamlet tells Horatio and Merciless that what has happened, he begs them not to tell anyone. Here, Hamlet tells Horatio and Merciless what has happened, and he begs them not to tell anyone. The ghost reappears in front of them, means Horatio, Hamlet and Merciless, and the ghost forces them to swear, and two men immediately give their word that they will not say to anyone. Such a act first end here. And now let's go ahead towards act second. In act second, we see that Polonius employs a servant to travel to Paris and spy on his son Laertes. Polonius then learns that Hamlet has been behaving oddly towards Ophelia and has been physically rough with her. In this scene, Ophelia informs her father that Hamlet comes to her home half unrest, in condition of half unrest. And maybe Polonius claims that Hamlet is mad in her love, and he decides to, decides to inform this message to the king. He believes that Hamlet is sick with love for his daughter and intends to report this to the king. It is the act second and scene first. In scene second, we see that Claudius invites Hamlet's childhood friends named Rosencrantz and Glycester to Elsinore Castle. Elsinore Castle is the name of castle where the Claudius, Gertrude or the Hamlet lived. And again, it is the castle in Denmark also. It is the kingdom capital of Denmark. So, Claudius invites his childhood friends, Rosencrantz and Glycester, to Elsinore Castle to investigate Hamlet's transformation. He wanted why Hamlet is behaving like this, why he is mad, and such a questions are in front of king and queen. To solve these questions, to investigate problems, they called childhood friends named Claudius and Glycester. Rosencrantz and Glycester, and find out why he is behaving so strangely, why he is behaving so madly, what is the reason. And at the same time, Polonius enters and shares his view with the Claudius and Gertrude that Hamlet has been driven to madness because of his love for Ophelia. He says that already we learned in Act first that he decided to inform Claudius, and now he informs Claudius that Hamlet has been driven madness because of his love for Ophelia. Polonius reads from a letter that Hamlet sent his daughter. Polonius reads from a letter and that Hamlet sent his daughter, doubt that his stars are fire, doubt that the sun doth move, doubt the truth be liar, but never doubt I love. These are the words from Hamlet to Polonius' daughter, means Ophelia. And Polonius suggests the king and queen spy on Hamlet as he talks to him, and Hamlet speaks in riddles, suggesting that he is mad, though his speech has also contains hidden meanings which Polonius picks up, and Rosencrantz and the Glycester enter. Hamlet reveals that he knows they were sent to spy on him, and means the he learns the purpose of Claudius to calling his childhood friends. They announce that tragedians of the city are arriving to cheer Hamlet up, and the travelling players arrive and Hamlet asks them to perform a moving speech from Hecuba or Priam. Hecuba and Priam, they should perform a speech. And he then asked them to perform the murder of Gonzago for the king and his guest the following evening. And before they leave, he gets their permission for him to write a 12-line speech that he wants to be included in the play. In short, he ordered them that they should perform the murder of Gonzago on the stage. And he also suggests them to add 12 lines written by him which are related with the death of King Hamlet. He impresses the actor who delivered the speech for communicating and in his true emotions when performing, and critiques himself for being unable or to express his inner feelings also. So, Here, uh, Hamlet decides to present a play on the stage or perform a play. The name of the play is The Murder of Gonzago, and his friends promise him to add the 12 lines which is specially for King Claudius. He want here to confirm whether King Claudius killed his father or not. Okay, we will see Act 3 in next video. Thank you very much. You should listen continuously every video, part 1st, 2nd and 3rd, and be prompt. If you have any doubts, please tell me. Thank you very much.